And welcome back to my second episode of Kicking It with Keith. I'm your host, Kathina Montgomery, and today I have a very special guest with me today. He is Howard Bison's former quarterback and Auburn's newest wide receiver, Caylin Newton. Caylin, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be on the show. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I actually just finished making dinner. Haven't eaten it yet, but I will after this. I know. So how's it been being out in Alabama as opposed to, DC?
I mean, I'm a Southern boy, so, being on the South Side is definitely more refreshing. So I'm only an hour and a half away from home. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. So, I'm coming back on the weekend, so it's all good.
Going along with talking about some things when it comes to Alabama and you being there, I've always wanted to go out there and just in the sense of for football, because I feel like football is such an ingrained culture in Alabama, and just even to see the games, I feel like it would be insane. So the first segment of my show, I call it the X's and O's. Your older brother, obviously, he's Cam Newton. He's the MVP. You could have pretty much gone to any top football school that you wanted to, but you chose to go to an HBCU. So why did you make that choice?
My father had a big influence on that decision. My father, Cecil Sr., went to Savannah State. My oldest brother, Cecil Jr., went to Tennessee State University. So it's HBCU blood. Cam is he's the only odd one out of the HBCU bunch. So, I think it was a decision that I grew into. I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first, but looking back on it, it was the best decision I ever made. Like with the connects, going to Howard, and just, the football success was definitely a plus. And now having Deion Sanders coming and changing the game of HBCU football is big. So I'm proud.
When you said that it's something that you maybe didn't want to do at first, what is your reasoning behind that?
I think I was one of those guys that wanted to go to the Power Fives, and what's the point of going to those Power Fives and you have to end up transferring anyway. So I think guidance is important for those younger guys so that they make the best decision for them, because they need to go to a school that will look out for them in the long run and give them an opportunity to play at the highest level.
I agree with that. And also with your decision, I think that you have a lot of influence when it comes to kids or men that actually play football. And I think that by going to an HBCU, you showed them that, yeah, this isn't maybe the best football school. It isn't the number one. It isn't Clemson, Alabama. It's not anything like that. But this is a school that still cares about you. And it actually leads me to my next question. When it comes to being a Black man within America, and especially all the events that have transpired this past year and even years before that, how did it feel for you to play for an HBCU?
I mean, it feels great. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these kids, these young adults don't really know. You know what I mean? They see the Alabamas, they see the Clemsons, they see all these schools. People not talking about the importance of, being a Black man at those schools, in the classrooms, or those type of things like that. But HBCU is not just primarily toward, Black. It's called historically Black universities, but you have, all races, all ethnicities that go to that school. But I think a lot of guys get their feelings hurt going to those schools that they like to go to, and they ended up playing for a coach, or they end up getting sold a dream, and now you calling back those numbers that you used to hang up on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how things turn back around. So that's what I got on it.
When you were at Howard, what was one of your biggest goals when it came to the time that you spent there?
I just wanted to be remembered, leave my mark. But, Howard is a place where, it has enough alumni there. Like, it has enough notable people who have graduated to be okay without Caylin, you know what I'm saying? Without the next football superstar or basketball superstar. You know, I'm talking about Howard specifically, as far as, you know, people who have graduated to go into entertainment, you know, athletics, politics, like all of that good stuff. So I just wanted to be one of those people remembered, and I want my name in the conversation of like, Caylin went here, so you should want to go there. So that's what I want.
And I would say that you did just that, especially with the record that you left them, the record that they had before you came. So you definitely left your mark at Howard. I think when we're talking about athletes and football players going to these bigger schools, is there, with you going to Howard, would you like to see in the future more D1 athletes taking their talents to HBCUs? Absolutely.
I mean, that's needed into what we want America to be. You know, you can't have this vision of equality and all those different things without leaving HBCUs behind. Like, you have to bring along HBCUs because it's a part of our history, a part of American history, not just, you know, Black history. So, I mean, the vision that we're going into the right direction, you have to bring along HBCUs and support HBCUs. So, of course, I would like to see, you know, 5-star guys, 4-star guys, because those guys just need hope. They need to see the first to do it. They need to see the second to do it. There's guys who's doing it right now, but they need to be, you know, out in front, and social media and media needs to make that known, you know.
Do you think if they're an NFL player caliber athlete, where they can go ahead and leave school early to enter the draft, do you think that that's something on their mind when they are picking a school? Because you want to, like you said, even yourself, when it came to going to Auburn, that you wanted to compete at the highest level where you could possibly get a championship. So do you think that for those kids or for those athletes who are NFL caliber, they see it in their future, do you think that that might be something that's hindering them from taking that step and going ahead and going into the HBCU?
I guess I can see that, but it's still possible. You know, you can do it in 3, but it's all about your intentions of going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go to a school and just get to the league, maybe HBCU ball isn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what HBCUs are known for, or that's not the motto. You know, your job is to prepare these kids who come into this university for life. Like, if you want to go ahead and play professional sports, you know, and that be it, go to a school that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got on it. You can do it if that's if they want to get a degree. I graduated in 3 years, so if I didn't transfer, you know, I had enough success, I would have been able to leave with the degree and go into the draft. But it's possible. You know, you got guys right now playing ball successfully at a high level who've graduated from North Carolina A&T, you know what I'm saying, South Carolina State. So it's definitely possible to do it in 3 if that's what they want.
Yeah, and congratulations, by the way, on graduating from Howard. You moved on and you want a chance to compete at the highest level, like we just mentioned, when it comes to Auburn. I have to ask you, though, you're switching to wide receiver. Is there a specific reason for that? I know Bo Nix is at the quarterback position. Have you thought about playing wide receiver before?
I feel like my heart will always be a quarterback, but I think that's an advantage. You know, I have no position, to be honest with you. Like, I'm going into a new coaching staff, and they're knowing that I can play multiple positions. So you can put receiver on a piece of paper, but I mean, I can play it all. So just having the mentality and the IQ of a quarterback, but preparing my body to play whatever. So I just want to leave the game of football with everything I had, you know, and not be biased. Some guys have pride, don't want to switch positions. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing football, and whatever makes you successful playing the game, that's what you have to do.
Could you tell me a little bit about basically what is your goal with Auburn?
I have 2 years to get my master's degree, which is first. You know what I'm saying? I'm majoring in community planning, so I'll earn my master's about more semesters. So, I mean, that's the #1 goal. Obviously, I have dreams and aspirations of playing in the NFL. I believe I have enough talent, and I want that dream to come true. But if it doesn't happen, you have to prepare yourself for plan A and B. And if plan B is a part of plan A, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm gonna get my degree, and it'll be nice to play in the league too.
Yes, I think that getting your degree is one of the smartest things that athletes can do, because you are, most of the time, you're on a full ride scholarship. I know there are some cases where you aren't, but I think it is, if you have that, go ahead and get that degree, because I know me personally, with my non-athletic self, I'm paying full tuition. So if I could, I would, I swear. But you said your major was community planning. So this actually leads me perfectly to my next segue, because I was doing some research on you, of course. And you said that the 3 principles that you live by are actually family, community, and faith. So my next part of my show, we call it the Get Your Mind Right part of the show. So with you've been proving yourself time and time again. Even when it comes to high school, you finished with 46 touchdowns throughout your senior career alone, and then changing the football culture at Howard, like we just talked about. And now you are about to leave your own mark on Auburn football. With having done everything that you've done so far up until this point and really making a name for yourself, how has it been having such a successful older brother where people are kind of constantly always comparing you to, when you, with everything I've just said, you've made it clear that you are your own man?
You just got to stay focused. Like, you have to know your why. You have to know why you do things. And I mean, I understand, you know, I think that's the biggest thing about knowing what people are thinking. You have to know. You can't ignore the fact that somebody may notice something about you or may know something about you. And you can't ignore the fact. You have to assume that people know. So every time I step on the football field and I think that somebody doesn't see my last name on my jersey, then I'm a fool if I don't think that they know. So, I mean, it's my normal, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own normal, and that's just something that is a part of my normal, so.
All right, and I think you embrace it.
If that makes sense.
No, it completely makes sense, because I get what you're saying. It's just like, if you were to walk in a room, and it's just the same way with like skin color, anything like that, you have to know what other people are already thinking or could be saying about you before you go ahead and put yourself in that room, so that you're not dumbfounded at what might happen, anything like that. You're just preparing yourself, type of thing. But football, running in your family, it's been in your blood. Brothers, older brothers, all your brothers, basically. So why were you throwing a football at the age of 2? Were you a baby holding the football? Or like, did you try any other sports? Or was it always just football?
It was always just football. It was something that just came natural. And it started with my pops. You know, he kind of, I guess, instilled in us the love for the game. And he didn't have to force it on any of us. I tried baseball for like 2 weeks at like 7 years old, but it was fun. You know, I tried basketball, career high at one point. So, I mean, I've tried other sports, but football was it. It was cool with me.
I can't beat you on a football field, but that 1 point average for basketball, I'm getting you every time.
Real proud of it. It was a free throw in elementary school.
Oh my goodness. Now with football, there's got to be something else that you do. So when you're not playing football, what are you doing?
Preparing for football.
Okay. Video games?
I mean, you prepare for, yeah, for sure. Warzone. You know what I mean? I'm always on the Warzone. I thought you was talking about sports.
No.
I play some Warzone.
If you're not playing football, if you're not playing football, you're not thinking about football, what are you doing?
Spending time with my family, playing a game, you know what I mean? Chilling with my girl, that's about it.
Like you said, you just said you would like to hang out with your family, and then we said that community and faith are two big things, are community, faith, and family are three big things that are very important to you. Why would you say that these are the three principles that you live by?
I mean, first, man, I believe that every person has to believe in something, you know. I believe in God. I believe Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. So, I mean, that's what I live by. That's the core principles of everything, you know. So, you know, you talk about leadership, you talk about what's in the Bible and how you should live. I mean, and I believe in being a servant leader. So, I mean, that's the perfect opportunity to give back to the community, whatever you can do. If it's nothing but posting positivity on social media, I feel like you're doing your part. And family, I mean, family comes in all shapes and forms, be blood. So, I mean, whoever your family is, it can be friends, I just believe in that. Like, you shouldn't do it alone. You should find somebody to love on and love with, so.
Yeah, those are great principles. I myself am a Christian too. So Jesus Christ is, I say it jokingly, but I completely mean it to, honestly, the day Corona's over with. The reason why I have not gotten that is because of Jesus. Because other than that,
I probably had it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't. There's nothing else can explain that for me. And then what's something that you think nobody knows about you that you're willing to share?
I don't really know, because I mean, like, what you see is what you get. I feel like I'm a people's person, but I really don't like people like that.
Okay, wait, when's your birthday? What's your sign? Now we gotta ask.
1998, I'm a Leo.
You guys are like the kings.
Kings get tired of people.
Okay. I guess that works out.
Well, I feel like it don't sound the best. I know some people that will probably listen, that will understand where I'm coming from. Like, you put on a smile, you do all this and third, you still smiling behind closed doors, but you, like, man, people are knowing.
So basically, he's like, I'm ready to end this right now. I'm tired of talking to you two, Kathina.
Not like that. Not like that. You just, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. If you get it, you get it.
Okay. Now, I just want to ask this last question for this segment. When you were growing up, and like you said, it's not anything that you could hide. Your last name's Newton, things like that. When it came to finding friends and just genuine people around you, did you feel like that was maybe harder on you growing up? That you maybe had to, like, weave a couple people out, see like why they're around type of thing? Or how did you feel about that growing up?
That stuff came natural to me. Like, viewing people and seeing people's intentions from afar. And that was something hard to me. People didn't really surprise me. But I pretty much only had one friend, or one best friend, since 7th grade. So shout out to him. But I only really had one friend. Consistently. Like, obviously I've had brothers for life playing football, but going to school and, you know, making friends and whatnot, like, that's my road dog. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's a question I just always wondered, especially just for even like celebrities, kids and stuff like that, growing up in the limelight and then trying to find friends. But as long as you, like you said, you had that one genuine connection, and that's all the time. Sometimes that's really all you need. It's just one. So.
Yeah, I'm not the person that when you see me, you see a lot of people. I mean, that's just not me. So I won't have to worry about, you know, having a posse and trying to see if they really with me or not. Man, I'm circle very small.
He 101, just you. Okay, so this next part is pretty fun. I call it 12 questions. It's like rapid fire questions. So I'm just gonna say the question to you, and then you literally just tell me your answer, and I'm gonna keep going, and it's 12 of them. So are you ready?
All right.
Okay. So if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you move first?
Around the corner.
What's your first?
I'm staying in the A.
You're staying in the A? No, can't nobody get you to move from the A. Anywhere, like I'm talking Bali, Caribbean, Turks and Caicos.
I'm straight with my hot wings and fries.
And your Waffle House too, and Zach's.
Mm-hmm. All-star, scrambled eggs and cheese, light waffle.
But what's your first football memory that you can think of?
First moment I stepped on the field, first day I got passed.
If you could pick any superpower, what would you choose?
I don't know. I feel like teleport.
Cheese, pepperoni, or sausage?
Meat lovers.
Life of the party or you can't catch the beat?
I can be the life of the party. Okay. And I choose not to catch the beat.
Why are you choosing not to catch the beat?
if I ain't feeling the party.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's on the top of your bucket list?
I want to go to space.
What's the last thing you remember buying?
Gas. I'm talking about gas from the gas station.
You had to clarify that. Yes, you did. Okay, what's the last song you listened to today?
I don't know. I think it was Ballin', I guess. I just heard it passing by. I think that's the last song I can remember listening to.
If someone were to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be? Anybody?
Probably either Denzel or Jamie Foxx. I don't know who look like me.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite season?
I think winter. I don't know.
All right, and this is the last one. What is the last book you read?
My last playbook.
Wow. Okay, that was really fun. Now, I'm sure a lot of viewers didn't know those questions about you, but on this next segment, because, you know, Love Day is right around the corner, I call this next segment Stupid Cupid. So, are you a Valentine's Day hater or are you a sucker for love?
This is going to be the first year I celebrated. I didn't even count it as a holiday before this year. So now I'm sucker for love, I guess.
That was my next question. I was going to ask you, did you have a Valentine? But you're already a sucker, so you definitely do. So, and then before, I guess, even on Valentine's Day, if you never really celebrated, like, what's a memory that you have that you remember on any past Valentine's Day?
Man, I just remember the little candies they give out at school that I take. That's about it.
Okay, now you can be discreet with this one, but every good Valentine's Day comes with a bad experience. So have you ever had a bad Valentine's Day?
No. I mean, it was just a day to me. I mean, you know?
Okay, so then what's your ideal Valentine's Day?
Ideal?
Ideal, yeah, you.
Making your Valentine happy, I feel like.
Okay.
If your Valentine's happy, you should be happy. That's how I see it.
So are you doing the planning and the booking, or are you receiving?
I don't really want nothing, but I do the giving and receiving. I do.
So now with that being said, with your Valentine's Day, would you say that it's more for the women or it's more so for the men?
I mean, I think you should take it personal. Don't get me wrong. I don't want it to get twisted. I mean, it should be important. If it's important to the women, it's important to the men, right? Let me represent my fellas well.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But the day it would be like this, I feel like just how you said you'll receive anything. But I feel like for a girl, I'm going to speak to all my women out there. If you're expecting to get something on Valentine's Day and you don't, that hurts. But now a man, I don't really know. Are you guys expecting to get something on Valentine's Day? Is that an expectation?
That's our moment to really act like we don't want nothing.
Okay.
But we really want something. It don't have to be much. Be our favorite snack. Or a PS5.
And y'all putting it on the front just so we can get you something instead of saying, I want something.
Yeah.
So do you think a gesture on Valentine's Day is more powerful than any other day?
I feel like every day counts. You can't act crazy all year and then Valentine's Day, baby, I'm making it up to you. You know, sometimes you have your situation, don't get me wrong. Fellas usually in the doghouse for something. But I mean, I think every day should be some sort of Valentine's Day if you really want true happiness. If you got somebody. Somebody wants somebody. So you better be glad for what you got.
Do you have a little message that you want to say to your Valentine today?
So my Valentine's Day, man, oh gosh. Man, I'm happy that she's my Valentine. You know, I'm looking forward to Valentine's Day. And I'm looking forward to what she got me. She said she got me something. Okay. And I hope she's happy for what I got her. You can give her a big old hug, some kiss, and a big old I love you. So.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. See, Valentine's Day, I didn't really like it, but as I've grown up, I start to like appreciate it much, much more. And it's a day to celebrate love and just the people that you love. And like I said, I used to be a hater, but this actually brings me to the end of my show. I got no more questions for you, but just a huge thank you for you coming onto my show today and letting me ask you these questions and getting into the lovey-dovey and then even talking about the serious stuff when it comes to HBCUs. I had a lot of fun and I really wish you the best moving forward. And I hope you stay safe and stay healthy and have a nice drive back to Auburn because we all know, yeah, I'm praying for you. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you so much. Just keep me in your prayers. And I thank you for having me on the show. You know, it was a blessing, and I really enjoyed myself as well.
Hey guys, it's your host, Kathina. Just one more quick thing before I let you guys go. I'm doing another giveaway. I'm doing this giveaway with Caylin Newton, and he is going to be giving away a free signed football. You want to know how to enter? Just like last time, go ahead and like this video, comment your favorite part, and don't forget to tag a friend in the comments. And don't forget to follow Caylin on Instagram. His @ is @Caylin_Newton. And I will see you guys next time on Kicking It with Keith.